Welcome to the Voices That Propel Us, stories of justice, action, and community, a space where justice meets action and community voices rise. Each episode, we bring you stories from the front lines, changemakers, disruptors, and everyday heroes who are building a more just, equitable, and liberated world. This is more than a podcast. It's a call to listen, learn, and move together. You were just listening to music from the incredibly talented Stephen Kong. You can find him on Spotify and Bandcamp. Today we have with us Ashley Magana. Ashley is a full-time mama, dedicated entrepreneur, and creative powerhouse who believes in building a beautiful life from the inside out and on paper. As a financial services representative, she helps individuals create a sturdy financial roadmap for the future. On the creative side, she uses her photography skills to capture moments and her passion for crafting to create. She also loves helping clients unlock their best selves through wellness and beauty products with MONAT. With a background blending business, human resources, and fine arts from Victor Valley College, she approaches every client relationships with a holistic and detailed perspective. Well, hi, Ashley. I'm really excited and grateful that you're here today. I think you do a lot of powerful and just meaningful work, especially like empowering folks, through different ways that you, do work in the community. And I'm excited to have this conversation with you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, no, likewise, I'm really honored and grateful that you took the time to be here. So, yeah, just starting off, can you share a little bit about your journey? So let us know, how did you become both the creative entrepreneur and also a financial services representative?
Sure. So it all started right after I had my daughter. I was experiencing postpartum hair loss. My friend started a business with MONAT and was sharing about these products that helped with hair care. And I saw her journey and I decided, hey, why not try and support my friend? So I went into supporting her. And then at the same time, I was looking for more ways to make income from home. I just had my daughter. My husband was in the military at the time. He was supposed to be stationed in Syria. Mm-hmm. So I quit my job to be a full-time mama. And when I was trying the products, I found love and saw what it did for me. And it helped me, because, your hair is like your crown. Yeah. So I was struggling with postpartum depression at the time too. I didn't know. But so it made me feel good to do something for myself. And then I wanted to help others with it. So I jumped all in and here I am. It kind of led me to meeting connections. I wanted to do something where I could empower myself and others and be able to be an example to my daughter and sure that even though you're scared, you could still push forward and try different things, I was new to the industry, I knew nothing with hair care. And during that process, I got into meeting different network marketers and different people and helping people with their beauty needs. Came across my friend Natalie. She actually saw me online because I'm a photographer too. Mm-hmm. And it caught her interest. We started talking and she was in financial services. And so through that process of entrepreneurship with MONAT, I got into finances as well.
No, that's really wonderful. And, thank you so much for sharing that. And, appreciate you also being vulnerable and sharing those struggles that you went through. And, I think that's really powerful. Just thinking that, about that time that in the past too, you had someone to look up to and help you through that time. How does that make you feel knowing that you're playing that same role to other people though, helping them through difficult times and them looking up to you?
Kind of surreal. I don't think I'm inspiring people, but you never know whose story or your story is gonna help them. And so it's just amazing. It's an amazing opportunity to be able to help them. It brings me joy to hear that they're feeling better about their hair. Maybe it's
Yeah.
their finances and different things like that. So
Yeah. No, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing. That's such a beautiful story as well. So, can you talk more about that? So, what inspired you to pursue a life that integrates all of these different pieces? So, you have like business, creativity, and wellness. What was it that like helped you to tie all of these pieces together for you?
it kind of just unfolded, if
Uh-huh.
that makes sense. Like, my background, was originally a manager going to school for business. Um, and then when I became a mom, I wanted to be home more with my daughter and be able
Yeah.
to have that connection and be there for her whenever she needed us because my husband was going to get deployed. Um, Luckily, he didn't. And then, the pandemic hit and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want to dig deeper into that though. So can you please tell us like I'm sorry, how has motherhood shaped the way that you approach your work and your sense of purpose? Because just you talking, I could see, just how much being a mother also like played a role. So like, yeah, what kind of impact did motherhood have on you?
A huge impact. It taught me a lot of patience and different perspectives um, because your perspective of something might be different than your child's. So um, it just allowed me to have more empathy and be able to help her in her struggles and help others in their struggles too. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. I feel like in my own journey right now, where I'm at is like I want to develop identity that's separate from my daughter. Because I feel like, when she was younger, everything was just my daughter, and all my social activities were like kids' birthday parties or this and that. And, I want to be able to like pursue my own passions and dreams. So, are you able to have that kind of healthy balance too, like pursuing your dreams while also like being like there for your daughter? Or yeah, for your kids.
yes, that's another thing too. Like I always wanted to help other people too, and um, as you said, being a mom, you're always tied to helping them grow in different things. But during motherhood, you kind of just like, there's a sense where you're stepping into a different role in
Hmm.
different things that sometimes you might lose a part of yourself, but you also gain something like it pushes you forward more, I believe. Um, but it allowed me to be able to work around her and help people still and still have a sense of community and grow as a person. Like I mean, entrepreneurship and help me with my mindset and things like that.
No, that's cool. Does she ever ask about your work, or does she have an understanding of what you do?
They do. They jump in and like on my Instagram and different reels and help me. Actually, she wants to start her own business, so
Wow.
we're looking into that as well. So we could.
Okay. No, that's really wonderful that you're like instilling just this like appreciation for business at such a young age. That's really awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I want to go into like talking more about the work that you do, like related to financial. So many families struggle with financial stress or uncertainty. So what helps you or what motivates you to help others build a strong financial foundation?
That is like a separate, entirely story why I got into it.
Uh-huh.
Um, Growing up, saw my parents struggle a lot with their finances. We actually ended up losing our house at one time, and our neighbor rented it to us really low cost, and we ended up moving and all the things that I didn't want that. I didn't want the same thing happening for my children and stuff because in school they don't teach you about finances, and I thought it was really important to learn that so I could help share with the community the things that I'm learning and with my friends and family to help them build their finances.
Yeah. I actually had a follow-up to that as well. So, what are some of the most common challenges that you see families face when it comes to financial planning, and how do you help them, walk through these challenges?
It'd probably be not planning or retiring too soon. So we come up with like a different game plan for each individual person um, to help them reach their goals. So we help them pay down like debt.
Yeah.
If their focus is wanting to have a rainy day fund, we help with that, and then investments too. So we just first we want to make sure that their family's protected, and so we help with life insurance as well. So we do different things.
Uh-huh.
Just depends like on their needs.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. So, how do you see financial literacy as a form of empowerment, especially for women and families in your community?
I think it's really important to have a strong background in it and understand it because um, being able to provide and build wealth and help others with
Mhm.
that, um, it sets a foundation for future generations and themselves. With the economy, the way it's going and everything, having a game plan definitely helps. So.
Yeah, no, thank you for bringing that up. And something that I noticed in my own life journey, I think when I was younger, it was just like living paycheck to paycheck. And now as I'm growing older, it's thinking about like how can I, save enough money for like retirement? Or now I'm thinking of like, having that financial resources for my daughter. And, I think you're right. I think we're not taught that. And I feel like financial literacy, I think would have been something really valuable to learn, even like as early as like elementary, middle school, definitely high school. So, something that I love that people have been focusing on is building generational wealth and being able to pass that on to future generations. So, what does building generational wealth mean to you and why is it important?
You know, breaking the narrative of, say, like my family, we grew up struggling, being able to have a plan in place for my own kiddos and be able to share with them the different things differently than what I learned helps
Mhm.
impact for future generations to help build that well. So I think it's really important to instill that and um, break that narrative because you never know like where
Yeah.
things might go. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. When did that first click for you, like personally, just when you wanted to like, I guess, have more of that financial responsibility and planning?
It was probably like when I started looking for my first home to help my mom and like kind of just grow as an adult, like going into different things. I wanted my own home, my car, building for the future and different things. My parents, they didn't really have anything set for their retirement because they went and they were living paycheck to paycheck. And when I had my daughter, it kind of just clicked that I didn't want that. I didn't want her to struggle like that and having to work to make ends meet. So I wanted to learn different things that could help my family and help others as well.
No, that's cool. Like, are there like what kind of reactions do you notice that people have though when you're like playing that role in their lives? Just because I think that's just great to even bring people to like have awareness of how to like start planning. Like, are there any like success stories that you'd like to share, or anything that stands out with for you that that you've worked through with families?
Um, what stands out is most people are living paycheck to paycheck. They're usually flustered. They don't know where to start
Hmm.
on their financial plan. Um, they think maybe they can't afford it, but when we start breaking down and showing things where we can help them save, and if they could like dedicate themselves to putting so much away and still making ends meet, would they
Yeah.
be able to do that type thing? Um, the biggest thing is credit card debt. That is
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's really great that you helped people to see that because I think especially in today's economy, I think it's easy to just see the rising cost of like just debt and rising cost of like groceries. Like you're just barely able to make it, and it's easy just to get into that mindset of going paycheck to paycheck. But yeah, that's something that I've actually learned too. Like, even if it's just like $5 that you could put aside, that's like $5 that you're putting into savings. So I think that's wonderful that you're helping people to see the possibility of building savings while also making ends meet. Yeah, so like the next question I have to you. So you have a unique blend of finance, beauty, and art in your work. So how do these different worlds connect for you?
They go hand in hand. Like
That's really
when
cool.
I'm doing my photography, a lot of times I am able to do it with my MONAT stuff and uh, meeting different people. Like they might need help with hair care, and then finance down the line, they introduce me to someone. So it kind of blends for me.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Can you talk more about that? Like, how do you feel that it blends for you?
So like when people come to me with like their hair care, often they're being vulnerable and want to target like certain areas in their beauty routine um, to help them feel good about themselves. And once they have that like positivity back, feeling, um, it just opens the door. Like sometimes they think of me like for other things, like, can you help me do photography for my
Mm.
Christmas shoot? Or I'm Ashley, I need help. I don't know what to do with my finances. Can I
Yeah.
talk to you for a minute? So,
Oh, that's really cool. That's something that I'm actually striving for myself, but how does that feel to you to like be able to like make a career and make a living off of passions and things that you enjoy?
I never thought that I would like fall into that when I was younger. I wanted to be a doctor.
Oh, really? Okay, that's cool.
Yes. And I always wanted to be able to help people. But then, I started doing business and it, it just opened a whole new thing when I became a mother and I wanted to pursue and still help people. So definitely, I think motherhood helped push me more. I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. That allowed me to pursue different passions that I love.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Because I think a lot of folks, like including myself, can like get stuck in that 9 to 5 and just like, even an office setting because like, we need to make ends meet. Like, for me too, like there's so many things that I want to pursue in terms of my passions, but like that it doesn't necessarily put food on the table. But I think your story is really inspirational to show that, you can follow your dreams and like still make be able to sustain yourself as well as like a family. So what kind of advice would you give to people though who like want to pursue their dreams but just might not be sure how to follow that?
Um, well, if that little voice keeps telling you to do it, just go for it. It'll figure itself out eventually. Um, I know it's sometimes hard to get stuck into like all the what ifs. How would I get started?
Yeah.
Just go for it. You never know where
No,
road will take you.
that's
You
cool.
actually,
What helped you? Wait, I'm sorry, what was that?
you're actually inspiring with your podcast. I know you
Oh no,
went.
thank you. No, I think that's a thing too. So yeah, just to share with listeners, like I'm not able to make any money off of this yet, but it's like, it's something that I really love to do. I really love talking with people. And I feel like, we live in a capitalist society. So I think in a way, like also need to think of like, how can I monetize this? Because yeah, I'd love to also like make this my full-time job. And yeah, what do you feel like helped you like overcome those fears that you had, like maybe those like negative thoughts? Because I have the same thing too. I have imposter syndrome sometimes. Even I'm like, what am I doing? Do people even care? But yeah, what helped you to like overcome those like little voices that are trying to like discourage you?
It happens quite a bit. Like in the entrepreneurship, you'll be up one day where you're like, I got this. And then it'll go down where you're like, oh my gosh, no one's even watching. Why am I pursuing this type thing? Um, and you get it. The best way is to kind of block those out because you never know who you're going to inspire.
Yeah.
Your story might touch somebody, you being you,
Yeah.
um, just your natural self, could be
Yeah.
inspiring somebody. And then every time when I get in my head like that, I just look at my kids and I see them, their whole like outlook change. Like they're saving money, they want to
Yeah.
start their own business and different things. So it pushes me to get out of my comfort zone because I was a really shy, quiet kid.
Yeah.
Everybody would they put like this shyness label on me, and
Oh,
I know I could be more. So I just listen to like podcasts, music,
yeah.
so myself up. I got this. Um,
Yeah.
right before here, I was listening to a reel that says
Okay.
you're maybe you're not as scared as you think. Just
Wow.
for it.
No, that's really powerful. And thank you for sharing that too. And I could relate to too because I could be pretty soft spoken as well. But like in my own journey, I was offered this director of recruitment role, which is like you have to be very outgoing, just talk to people. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? I don't like talking to people. I usually stay to myself. But I think what connected with me was being able to like connect with people in like a social justice, like, hey, you're in social justice, I'm in social justice, into social justice. Like we have this automatic connection and you're not a stranger anymore. And I think when I saw it that way, it helped me to overcome. But I still, when it comes to like public speaking, I'll still get really shy, kind of stage fright. But, I think in the work that you do, it could be like very public facing and also like, just talking to a lot of strangers. So what helped to pull you out of the shell to be able to really put yourself out there? Because I really commend you. I think even with your business having to put your face on social media, which is something people keep telling me I should do to promote my podcast. But I'm like, I don't know. I just don't think I'm there yet, being able to put a phone in front of my face and just start talking to people. But yeah, what helped you though to overcome that shyness?
Just having good mentors and friends encouraging me along the way. My customers, everybody just giving their feedback helped a lot. Um, just seeing that I was able to make a little difference, even if it's in just someone's day. Someone will like reach out and say, "You made me laugh today. Thank you so much."
Yeah,
That keeps me going. Um, but getting out there, the more you do it,
yeah,
it comes easier. And just putting that fear aside and um, wanting to show my kids more and other people that even though you're like a mom, you could
yeah.
still chase your goals and dreams, push yourself out of your comfort zone. Having my family inspire me and my husband being supported and everything has definitely helped too.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing. Your story is so inspirational, and I'm grateful that you're opening up about these. So, can you please tell us how can self-care and creativity play in a role in someone's journey towards, um, like having more confidence about themselves and just feeling more empowered?
I think self-care is so important. Even if it's like 5 minutes you take for you, maybe
Hmm.
it's listening to a podcast, music, doing your beauty routine. It definitely can lift your spirits more, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, and the more confidence you have, the more you feel good about pushing yourself out to the next level, I think.
Yeah, no, that's really beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So, through your Monet business and creative ventures, how do you help people feel their best? So, like feeling their best both inside as well as out.
Um, so I just try to put myself in their shoes, like,
Yeah.
and um, I want them to feel as good as I feel. So I just try to be there for them, help them with their needs, and you know,
Yeah. No, I think that's really beautiful. And just in your own journey when you've said that you've been like able to like break out your own shell and just like, follow those dreams, like have you had those moments when you feel like you've been able to do the same for other people and like really helping them to see the beauty inside of themselves and helping them to pursue things that they're really passionate about?
yeah. I have few VIPs who they were experiencing like hair loss, maybe with their health condition. They started getting like their hair care routine, feeling good about themselves. Their next thing I know, uh, they're back at their. I'm going back to work, Ashley.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm glad to be able to help them with their journey and be able to see their light.
Yeah. No, that's really beautiful. You like are such a light for people, and I really hope that you realize that about yourself. I think that's really beautiful work that you're doing because I think I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of messages that society tells us that this is what beauty looks like. These are the standards. And I think because of that, people do get down on themselves and not feel that great. And I think the work that you're doing is showing people that you can be beautiful no matter what. So I think that's really beautiful, really inspirational work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. So can you please tell us more about the Way World Outreach Holiday Shop event and what it means to be a part of a community of women entrepreneurs?
Okay. I'm actually part of a group with
Uh-huh.
women in business who are the faith, and we're getting together Saturday to put on one of our biggest holiday events. It's just coming together, being there, supporting one each other, sharing about our businesses, and maybe being there. Maybe someone needs a friend or needs some inspiration or encouragement. Um, so that's going on Saturday, and I'm excited to be a part of it because it's like my first event with them, but it's like one of the biggest events. So I'm stepping outside my comfort zone, trying something new.
Oh, that's wonderful. So just to follow up to that, how have community spaces like this helped you to grow both professionally as well as personally?
So professionally and personally, I was been able to connect with different ladies in business and entrepreneurships and see their journey as well. And we've been able to come together and inspire one another. Maybe like they have something going on in their business or they're stuck, or
Mhm.
maybe they're in that mindset. We're there to uplift one another. It's definitely helped me grow, like in with my network and everything, and help with connections and just be there in a different way for business. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. That sounds like such an amazing networking opportunity. So, what kinds of partnerships or connections do you hope to build through events like this one?
I'm hoping to build more community with different, like a different network of people,
Mhm.
because it's open to everybody. So I'm looking to be able to help others and be able to have like those resources. So like if I'm like somewhere down the line, if someone needs help with something else, I know somebody else to help them and kind of help grow their network as well as
Yeah.
help that person grow too in their own personal area of life.
Yeah, no, that's really beautiful. And just going another direction right now. So something that I really wanted to do with this podcast is show that just like putting more beauty, hope, and love out into the world because I feel like there's a lot of just challenges happening right now, a lot of division, like a lot of like hatred as well. But like I feel like there's so many beautiful people doing meaningful work in communities, like folks like yourself, just empowering others, you know, we might be going through our own struggles, but also like helping to put more beauty out there. And, what I want people to do is like, together we're really stronger. We're building stronger communities with each other. So when you think about building stronger communities, what does that look like to you?
It's helping one another grow,
Hmm.
maybe getting all the resources together. If someone's struggling, they'll be able to reach out and we can help them.
Yeah.
And just coming together, just being there for one another.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful. And I think the more that I talk to people, the more I realize that, political differences aside, I feel like we have more in common with each other than differences. And I just wish that people would focus more on these like positive connections that we have. Because I think, of course, we're going to have differences. I think the world will be boring if we like are all the same. We like all the same things. We have the same ideas. But yeah, I just wish that people can just talk with each other and just realize, how much we connect because something that I've seen through my guest in this podcast too, like people just want more love and unity, and we're not looking to like destroy, society or anything like that. Because I feel like, especially like progressive people, I think we get a lot of um, negative stereotypes about like, we just want to destroy things. But it's like, no, we just want to be able to live our lives and, have more love and unity with each other.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Think that if more people come together, more unity, we could work together to build a better world. So
Yeah, no, I agree too. And I'm optimistic. I can be pessimistic sometimes too, but I'm optimistic that people will come together and yeah, just realize that we can do a lot together. So yeah, I think that's why like I wanted to do this podcast to have like this space, this platform where there's a lot of people making a difference and putting it together in like one space so we could like uplift each other and because I've done a lot of community work myself too, and I feel like there's times when it can get like really lonely. Like I'm like, am I the only one who really cares about this? But I think like no, there's like so many people out there who care, and like you too, like you're not just doing it for selfish reasons, like you don't want to just like build your business to like make more money or like fame for yourself, but you're actually going out there genuinely wanting to have other people live better lives, since that's really beautiful.
mhm. I love what you do too.
Oh,
You
thank you,
give
Ash.
voice.
What was that?
Said you're giving the voice
No,
to
I
people
appreciate
sharing these
that.
stories.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to show people too. Like, you don't have to have those like director titles or, like you change comes in a lot of different ways. It can come in like a lot of different, even like volunteer. You don't even have to do it, as your job. But yeah, change looks different in a lot of different ways. So yeah, what message do you hope that women take away from your story and from your work?
Um, pers- I hope you pursue your passions. I know it's not always easy to step outside your comfort zone. You might never have the what ifs, like it could be something new. You might have those butterflies, but they're there for a reason. Change is always good.
Mhm.
Um, keep at it. The little steps, they add up, and eventually you'll end up where you want to be. So just
Yeah.
keep going. You might be in a part of your life where you might not be able to, but it doesn't mean that you might never do it. So just keep at it.
No, that's a really beautiful message for to share. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, that's one thing that I try to teach my daughter too. Like, like what you talked about, like butterflies. And I think that's not always like a bad thing because when things get too hard for her, she's like, this is too hard. I want to quit. I told her, like, no, when things feel hard, that's exactly when you need to keep going because that means you're ready to grow some more. Yeah, so just an example, like a silly example, like she's put in like advanced math at school because teachers see a potential in her. And so she's struggling at this advanced math and she's like, I hate advanced math. I want to go to beginner's math. And like I told her like, no, but when you challenge yourself, that's when you grow because, if things are too easy for you, you're not going to really advance to the next stage. So I'm really trying to instill that with her too, but she tends to want to quit when things get too hard.
Yeah, it definitely isn't easy. I totally understand her view because I've been there myself, but she's going to do great. You're a great mom.
No, I
And
appreciate it. You too. You're a wonderful mom too. Kids, I appreciate that. So, yeah, the next question I had for you. So, looking ahead, how do you envision expanding your impact? So, this is whether through your businesses, community work, or creative projects.
I want to be able to help regular households have a financial plan in place to help them grow their wealth, to feel more secure in their finances, especially with how crazy you never know where things are going to go. And beauty care, to help them feel their best health, whether it be in wellness or through their beauty care needs with their hair care, skincare.
Yeah.
And then I want to be able to expand my photography business as well and just, you know, capture those emotions for people and their joy. And then I have so many different passion projects I want to do eventually.
Yeah.
but I'm hoping to start there and grow it and help grow the community.
Oh, that's really cool. Do you want to talk more about your photography business? I know we haven't had a chance to talk about that yet. Like, yeah, what do you hope to do through this?
That I'm just, I enjoy doing it. It brings me joy too. It started as a hobby and I ended up getting my degree in it. If I want to be able to expand it, maybe help people, get family photos and different things for them, because growing up, I didn't have a lot of photos of myself as a kid. And I like to capture those moments for families so that they have them too.
No, that's so beautiful. Something I've been thinking about too, because my mom actually, parents, they took a lot of pictures. So thankfully I have a lot of photo albums from our time. But one thing that I noticed, because we're living in a digital age, all of my pictures are digital right now. Like I don't have very many hard copies of photos. So that's something that I want to start doing, to like printing them out and being able to like have something to pass down to, my daughter and her family, hopefully too. Yeah, no, I think that's really cool. Thank you. So, what's one lesson that you've learned from your journey that continues to guide you today?
Listen, that there's going to be times where you doubt yourself. Maybe things aren't going the way you think, they're going in a different way, but just keep at it, because you never know. Those baby steps will add up to eventually where you're going to go. Leave the direction might take you a whole different way.
Yeah, totally. So I know you talked about this a little earlier, but looking back, like at your younger self, would you ever have imagined like accomplishing as much as you have and making as many impacts as you had?
No, I would have never thought, because I'm an introvert
Uh-huh.
person, technical introvert person. So I never would have seen myself stepping outside my comfort zone,
Yeah.
making connections and helping people. But here I am.
No, that's beautiful though. No, I'm the same way too. I think my younger self would have never imagined having like a podcast and like putting it out to literally the world. But it's fun. I think like what you were saying too about like what if things feel like kind of difficult or challenging, like that's when you need to push yourself. And I think because you pushed yourself, you've made like so many just beautiful strides throughout your life. And I hope that you're proud of yourself for that too, because it's really wonderful.
Thank you. And I hope you're proud of yourself too.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Ashley. Well, I had a really wonderful time talking with you. Thank you again for your time. But just before we wrap up, how can listeners connect with you or learn more about the services and creative work that you offer if they want to connect with you?
You guys can follow me on my Instagram, or I just started TikTok.
Oh, cool. I got to learn from you.
I'm learning as I go, so bear with me. But yeah, they could connect with me. My page is the Ashley Magana.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, thank you again. It was really nice talking with you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here and tuning in to Voices That Propel Us, stories of justice, action, and community. Your presence in this movement matters. If today's conversation moved you, share it, talk about it, and keep the work going. Together, we're not just imagining change, we're making it. Until next time, stay bold, stay grounded, and stay in the fight.
Every time I feel so mad and sad and bad, I say to myself, relax, lean back, it's a brand new day. And every time I feel so down that a frown is all